The tires squealed as I pulled into the pharmacy parking lot, my eyes catching a sleek silver SUV swerve VY-ing into the only disabled parking spot. A woman stepped out, her high heels clicking on the asphalt, not a limp or hesitation in her stride. No placard dangled from her rear VY-EW mirror. I gripped the steering wheel, frustration bubbling up. After a grueling physical therapy session, my prosthetic leg was already aching, and now I'd have to hobble twice as far from a regular spot. Just my luck. I maneuvered my van into a space, wincing as I adjusted my prosthetic. Across the lot, the woman decked out in designer athleisure, a yoga mat slung under her arm, was already arguing with a pharmacy employee. Her voice sliced through the air, sharp and dripping with entitlement. "I have every right to park here. Do you even know who I am?" she snapped, her manicured hands flailing. I sighed, figuring I'd at least try to reason with her. Maybe she just didn't get it. Leaning on my cane, I limped toward her, each step a reminder of the IED blast that took my leg in Afghanistan. Up close, she was a VY Shaun of PRI VY leg, sunglasses perched on her head, a smug curl to her lips. "Excuse me, ma'am," I said, keeping my tone calm. "I don't mean to butt in, but that spot's for people with disabilities." I didn't see a placard, and I could really use it today. I nodded toward my prosthetic, hoping that'd settle it. It didn't. Her eyes narrowed, and she spun toward me, fury twisting her face. "How dare you assume I'm not disabled? Not all disabilities are VY-sible, you know. I have just as much right to this spot as you, more, since I got here first." I blinked, caught off guard. Before I could respond, she stormed toward the pharmacy entrance, her yoga mat bouncing with each step. A few onlookers had gathered, phones out, recording the spectacle. Great. Just what I needed, a VY Ral VY Deo moment. I'd moved to Pinewood Heights 3 years ago for a quiet life after retiring from the Army. The neighborhood was peaceful, mostly, despite its overzealous homeowners association. But the HOA president, Laura Hensley, had a knack for making my life harder. She'd scoffed at my veteran status, fought my request for a porch ramp last year, only backing down when someone whispered about federal law. Now, here she was, the same Laura, hogging a disabled spot with a yoga mat and zero shame. I caught up to her near the entrance. "Mrs. Hensley," I said, my voice steady, like I was defusing a bomb overseas. My prosthetics acting up after therapy. The walk from the regular spots is rough. I really need that space. She whirled around, her eyes flashing with recognition. "Oh, it's all you saw," she sneered. "The veteran who thinks rules don't apply to him. I have medical issues that qualify me for this spot. Just because your disability is VY-sible doesn't make mine less real." I took a breath, fighting to stay calm. "I get that, ma'am, but the law requires a placard or special plate. Do you have one?" She adjusted her purse, her voice icy. "I left it at home, and I don't appreciate being interrogated by someone who already gets enough special treatment in our neighborhood." The crowd grew thicker. The store manager, a tall woman with a furrowed brow, appeared. "Is there a problem?" Laura pounced before I could speak. "This man's harassing me. He doesn't believe I have a right to the disabled spot just because he can't see my disability. It's discrimination." The manager turned to me. I pulled out my handicap placard and gestured to my prosthetic. 3 tours in Afghanistan. Lost my leg to an IED. I just need my prescription, but that spot would help. The manager nodded, then faced Laura. "Ma'am, do you have a placard?" Laura's voice dripped with fake patience. "I forgot at home. I have PTSD from a car accident and anxiety from standing too long. Asani saw that spot, and I was here first." The manager shifted, uncomfortable but firm. "Without documentation, you'll need to move your vehicle. Those spaces are legally reserved." Laura's voice shot up an octave. "Outrageous. Are you siding with him just because he's missing a leg? My condition's just as valid." She waved her phone. "I'm calling the police if this harassment continues." A new voice cut in. "That won't be necessary." We turned to see a police officer, badge-reading Officer Daniels, stepping from a patrol car. Someone in the crowd had already dialed 911. Laura launched into her sob story, her voice trembling like a seasoned actress. Officer, I'm being harassed for using a disabled spot. I have every right to. This man's intimidating me because my disability isn't as visible as his. Daniels nodded, then turned to me. Sir, can I see your ID and placard? I handed them over. He checked them, handed them back. Thank you, sir. And thank you for your service. He faced Laura. Ma'am, your documentation? Her voice turned shrill. I left it at home. I have PTSD and severe anxiety. Are you saying my disabilities aren't real? I'm not saying that, Daniels said, cool as ice. But without a placard displayed, you can't park there, period. Laura's face went beet red. This is absurd. I'm the HOA president. I know the law better than you. A young guy stepped forward. Officer, I've got video of her Leah VYing yoga class 20 minutes ago, jogging her car with that same mat. She looked fine. Daniels raised an eyebrow. Can I see it? The guy showed his phone. Laura's confidence cracked, her voice faltering. That's not relevant. I have good days and bad days. Yoga's therapeutic. Daniels handed the phone back. Ma'am, I'm issuing you a due law 300 citation for illegal parking. And your BHA VY, or is bordering on disorderly conduct. Move your vehicle and lower your voice. Laura's volume only climbed. I will not be silenced. This is discrimination. I'll sue this pharmacy, this so-called veteran, and your entire department. She jabbed a finger toward Daniel's chest. That did it. Ma'am, hand behind your back, he said, voice like steel. You're under arrest for disorderly conduct and assault on an officer. What? You can't be serious. Laura shrieked as Daniels cuffed her. Do you know who my husband is? He'll have your badge. The crowd watched, jaws dropped, as she was led to the patrol car, still yelling. Daniels took my statement, then nodded. You can use that spot now, sir. Sorry for the hassle. I thanked him, watching Laura's silhouette in the patrol car window as it pulled away. 3 days later, a notice arrived from the Pinewood Heights HOA about an emergency meeting over recent leadership events. That evening, my doorbell rang. A young woman stood there, nervous, maybe 20. Hi, I'm Emily Hensley, she said, eyes on the ground. Laura's daughter. I wanted to apologize for my mom, not just for the parking lot, but for how she's treated you since you moved here. She handed me an envelope, hands trembling. This is a letter from me. I want you to know not everyone in our family thinks like her. What she did was wrong. I took the envelope, touched by her courage. Thank you, Emily. That means a lot. She looked up, voice soft. Mom got 40 hours of community service and a due law 1,000 fine. She's off the HOA board, effective immediately. This morning, she threw a vase at the wall when she found out. A sad smile flickered. Maybe this'll finally make she'll finally wake up. She turned and walked away, her steps heavy but resolute. I held the letter, its weight more than paper, a quiet hope that even Laura might find a way to change.